Approximately 3.7 billion years ago, dormant energy/matter began to configure itself in such a way as to begin a process that would result in sentient organisms walking, crawling, slithering, and flying on or near the surface of this planet. This process was initiated not through intelligent design and foresight, not to fulfill a need that the universe had to slowly become aware of itself, but through blind and dumb physical processes. After billions of years, intelligence has begun to overextend itself and think through the ramifications of these facts and see that life is absurd, meaningless, and serves no useful functionality, and much worse than this, it is pernicious to the sentient organisms that find themselves, through no fault of their own, hurled into a pitilessly indifferent universe where the only certainty is death, an often highly painful and distressing experience. The outcome of these observations is a philosophy called antinatalism, a philosophy that attaches a negative value judgment to the act of generating new human life. There is no dogma here. Antinatalism articulates a few premises and shows that by generating new human life, you are increasing the amount of sentient organisms who will inhabit this planet and who will be subject to a myriad of needs that, if not fully met, will result in different gradations of suffering. The argument that life is a gift that should be passed on to future generations, and that it would be negligent of us not to do so, is a pernicious and intellectually vacuous belief that ranks up there with the commonly held delusion that there is a sky daddy in the heavens monitoring our every move, and who is stoking a furnace up in hell in preparation for those who don't meet with his capriciously motivated approval. If you look up at Mars through a telescope, you will see a cold, inhospitable planet that is utterly devoid of life. The simple fact is that there is no one pining on that planet to come into existence, and there is not one iota of deprivation, pain, or suffering being experienced by any life forms there. Simply put, these states cannot be experienced if there is an absence of sentience. Anyone who argues otherwise sounds foolish and, quite frankly, rather disturbed. The upshot of all this is that when parents create new human life, they are doing it for their own needs rather than for the needs of the energy/matter that are the raw materials from which a sentient organism coalesces into existence. Ergo, procreation is a selfish act that is motivated by the selfish desires couples manifest rather than by a prior need a person has to come into this world before their future parents encounter one another. As life is inherently harmful, everyone dies, and as it contains an unsubstantiated and unforeseen amount of harm, remaining child-free is a 100% effective way of ensuring that you yourself do not contribute to the amount of human beings on this planet who will suffer and die in the future, and what's more, you won't be depriving them of a single second of ecstasy, happiness, or joy, let alone an entire lifetime of these often brief and fleeting states of mind. Thank you.